beautiful people. How you all doing? Welcome back to Rosemary Help series. Today's video is about I did spoke about it before briefly by asking questions if anyone could have experienced the following symptoms or signs that I spoke about. I think the very first day I actually opened Rosemary Health Series Instagram account, which is like undiagnosed postnatal depression. So this one is actually something that, well, back then, like I haven't got any background knowledge, depression or anything to do with mental health. So back then, we just take it like, a fun thing to actually make about someone, if they actually act based on those sort of signs or symptoms that people normally said is a mental health issue. Fast forward, I think, what year was it? But back then I couldn't remember the year. There was this lady, like, she gave birth to a son. When I remember when they used to tell her, go and breastfeed your child. I'm not going to breastfeed my child until I have something in my stomach to breastfeed or something. So we just used to take it as a fun, like, we're like, oh, why are you doing this to your child? But lucky enough, we used to have a nurse around that town. Well, I think they actually made her retire by force, even though she wasn't planning to retire, but they made her retire by force because she's been on the job for quite a long time. And if I'm not wrong, maybe even before she started having kids. And now I think she have like grandkids, or even soon she would expect great grandkids as well. So like to be in a pension way and start receiving a pension age. So but back then I have nothing, like no idea if that's like I just know that when you're somehow mentally ill, those are the kind of things, like, even like in my country, like even someone that is actually mentally crazy, like in the street, they will still make fun of him or her. So not to talk of just normal thing like someone experienced, like they don't take it serious, really and truly. But now the child is healthy, thank God to the auntie that used to try her utmost best to make sure that the child was breastfed, like bottle feed and supplement for the child to survive. Because just imagine, at that very tender age, like you're just between the age of 1 month to 6 months, and breast milk should have been the best food for a child at that within those time of moment. So but since she was refusing to breastfeed the child, but because she was like, oh no, I can't breastfeed my child because I haven't eaten anything, so I have to eat first before I breastfeed my child. They're like, seriously? But just thinking about it right now, based on what I've read and come across in life and everything, I just think that she was going through postnatal depression at that time, because she wasn't happy all the time. She was just, sometimes she would just sit down and talk to herself for no apparent reason. Like no one is there, but she's been talking to herself. Like no one is there to have conversations when you look, So it could be like what are you talking about? Who are you talking to? So yeah, but and back then also, if that nurse was not around and the baby's family, I feel like the dad's family was not also around, was not giving their support to that child, I think that child would have not been someone right now. But thank God to the grandmother, because of her of the and child the nurse like as well that was in the town. I don't think she would have survived. Well, I know everything is up to God and stuff like that, but because of the support, the care, the love, and everything, you know, that woman was putting like effortless, like thinking, oh, I was once in this person's shoes, and I don't know how this child is going to turn out, you know. So yeah, I think yeah. So that was like an unrecognized postnatal depression, like no one. So I think mainly this is the main reason why I started this platform, really, like just to raise awareness, to say that yeah, it is normal sometimes. I mean, yeah, to raise awareness that this thing does exist. Um, yeah, it does exist, and people can go through anything in life. And although sometimes some professionals do use force or abuse, yeah, and but generally it is something that actually happens, and they need to put a stop and help provide for these people. And maybe if you experience anyone going through such thing in your life, make sure you give your own support, either providing things to do with motherhood. Like, since that nurse was, she was a nurse and also a mother, so she knows what that child might need to have a healthy life, or to grow up healthily. Well, like I said as well before, no one has suggested any videos for me to make or topics for me to talk on about postnatal depression. So hence why I've not been uploading like that, because I've run out of ideas, and I just feel like I'm just, repeating the same information about this topic, like everything that I've put in writing or I've verbally said as well, So it's kind of like a repetition thing. But until, until they give me ideas or what to talk about, then you wouldn't stop hearing the same information that I've talked about, even if it's like a one sentence that I include, which I must have used that same sentence in my previous video or in my writing. So, but until then, have a great day, and take care.